Hello everybody on the VC, Dark Dove back with you again. Some of you might have seen the video I uploaded yesterday and been slightly confused as to why it didn't contain any records. I do occasionally upload non-vinyl related videos, and it just happened to be a animal related, myself being a big cat lover. But anyway, moving swiftly on, quite a lot of great stuff to show you today. I'm going to start off with the first three items I'm going to show you are represses of albums which I had been looking for quite a while. I got all three of them as part of a vinyl sale which was going on in a high street store here in town. They were offering 20% off all vinyl, which I think was related to Black Friday. So first off, Massive Attack Mezzanine, which in my opinion is one of the best albums of the 90s. Definitely Massive Attack's best. A lot of you might disagree. A lot of people think, perhaps might consider Blue Lions to be their best, but this is my personal favorite Massive Attack album. So this is a repress, obviously. It was repressed last year, and I think this appears to be a second run of that repress, which has just come out recently. As you know, originals of this go for huge money, so I was quite glad to grab this. When I saw that they were offering a 20% discount, I just left up the opportunity to grab this, as it had been on my want list for quite some time. Again, another item on my want list. So as part of the same 20% off deal, In Rainbows by Radiohead. Again, you're probably all familiar with this. It gets shown a lot in BC, so I won't go too much into it. Needless to say, had been on my want list for quite some time, so I was very happy to grab that. And the third item as part of that 20% off deal, again, Radiohead, The King of Limbs. This came out in 2011. I assume this is a repress because it's pretty unlikely it's a first press, but again, it's new. It's a new copy, and again, it was 20% off. So and this is where Radiohead kind of go more into the explore their electronic side. So yeah, so just very quickly showing you those three items which I got as part of that sale on new vinyl. So moving swiftly on, in my last vinyl update I showed you some items which I picked up in a bookshop, some vinyl items which I picked up in a bookshop which is open around the corner from me. A few days ago I found something else very interesting. So 7-inch single by a group called Emmet Spiceland, and they were an Irish folk outfit who were active in the late 60s. This came out in 1968, and it is on the Gail Lynn label, which I showed an album by Scarra Bray a few weeks back, which was also on that label. So this is pretty rare. And I got it for €5, which is pretty incredible because this goes for quite big money. The guy who was working in there, he wasn't the owner. I just asked him how much was this, and he was kind of mulling. I think he wasn't quite sure, and he said, "Oh, I'm not too sure. Oh, take the $5 will do." So I was delighted to get it for that because this is quite rare. The songs are in Irish, in Gaelic, and first one is Baudine Fid, Fidlimi, and side two Nora Viog. I'm not too sure what Baudine Fidlimi means, but Nora, oh, yeah, Baudine I think is a boat. It literally means a small boat. Nora Viog means it can either mean a young Nora or little Nora. Yeah, so nice pickup for. Oh yeah, by the way, this is features a young Donal Lunny. That's him there. Donal Lunny went on to work with Planksty, and with he's one of the leading figures in Irish folk music. Moving on, I went to a record fair yesterday. Made some very, very nice finds indeed. Two items which have long been on my want list, I managed to grab. First up, I Want to See the Bright Lights Tonight by Richard and Linda Thompson. This has been shown quite a lot in the VC. It's long been on my want list. It came out in 1974. This is not an original pressing. This is a third pressing from the late 70s, featuring the blue Island label. I haven't yet spun this, but this album I've previously heard snippets, like some of the songs on YouTube, and it is a very highly regarded album. One of the most highly regarded folk albums of the 70s. So I am really looking forward to giving this a spin, and it's in absolutely excellent condition. So from the same seller, I got another item which was long on my want list. Roxy Music, For Your Pleasure. Iconic album again. This is an original pressing, UK press, on the Pink Island Pink Rim label, and it is in absolutely perfect condition. Excellent. It looks barely played. I got a really nice deal on the two of these, so I was very happy with that. Again, I haven't yet had the chance to play this, but I'm pretty familiar with this album, and it is a cracker. So delighted with that find. Bear with me. Yeah, I suppose it's probably all seen it before, but I'll just give you another glance at the love that artwork, and it's a fantastic laminated sleeve as well. Okay, so we're on 10 minutes. The next three items that I'm going to show. I got them all pretty cheaply because they're in kind of varying kind of condition wise. They're kind of you know, not the best, but I think, you know, I got them all very cheaply, and I think they were pretty good bargains. Now, first off, I got this from the same seller as the Richard and Linda Thompson and Roxy. This is Magna Carta, songs from Wassies Orchard. Now, as you can see there, this is on the Vertigo label. It comes with a kind of a gimmick sleeve, which is basically, it's designed to look like a box of apples. So it folds down like so. This particular part up here is damaged, as you can see. Now it looks like the kind of one of those kind of gimmick sleeves that you just know is very, very easy to damage. So I have a funny feeling this rarely turns up in good condition. But anyway, onto the vinyl. So it is a swirl, and it's a large swirl, which indicates that it is a first pressing. It definitely has been played quite a lot. I give it a spin. There is quite a lot of surface noise on it, but it plays all the way through. It's an okay album. It's like Magna Carta. You know, they're not quite in the same league as, you know, a lot of the, say, Pentangle, Fairport Convention. You know, they're a particular brand of folk rock, can be a bit twee, and that is certainly the case with this album. But I mean, it's on Vertigo Swirl, and I got it for €8, which, you know, this, regardless of the condition, is a fantastic price for first pressing swirl. Okay, and now the next two items I got from the same seller. I'll start off with this John Barleycorn Must Die. Traffic, of course. Steve Winwood, Jim Capaldi, British kind of blues rock with kind of strong prog rock kind of influence. This is on the Island label. This came out in 1970, and it is an original pressing on Pink Island. Now, again, condition-wise, it has been played quite a lot, but it is kind of crisscrossed with little kind of little scratches, but it plays fine. There is a bit of crackle, a bit of surface noise in the quieter bits, but it plays all the way through. And I got this for €5, which is, you know, for Pink Island, it is an incredible price. So the John Barleycorn of the title refers to a kind of an English folk tale, or a folk song, got John Barleycorn, which is included here. Nice kind of textured, heavy cardboard textured sleeve. It's got a bit of damage there, a bit of sticker damage, but that was a great bargain. The next item, again from the same seller, is this. So that's a pretty familiar record sleeve to you all. You'll all be familiar with this. So it's cream, Disralei gears, Ginger Baker, who I saw live in concert just with Ben Costello there just about a month ago during the Cork Jazz Festival. Slightly younger there, and the late Jack Bruce and Clapton. So it's one of those iconic albums from the 1960s. This is not a first press, but it is an early press. From what I can figure out on Discogs, it's from 1968. So it came out. This particular press came out the year after it was initially released. The front cover is laminated. Condition wise, this one, I managed to get this cheap, primarily because of the condition of the disc. There are some nasty looking scratches on it. It plays fine though. Side 2 in particular has quite a lot of noise on it, but I mean, this album, as you'll know, is mostly kind of heavy rock. There aren't too many quiet moments in it, so in the case of surface noise, it isn't too much of a problem, but it does play all the way through. There's no skips or anything like that. So that, I think I paid about €8 for it. So yeah, so was it 8 or 9? Let's see. Yeah, 9 I think. Yeah, €9. So regardless of the condition, that I think that was pretty good. Next up is something which I picked up in a record store here in town during the week. Marc Almond and Mother Fist. Now this is an album which I had heard them spinning in the shop some time back. Really like this album. If you like Scott Walker and Brecht, this will be right up your street, because it is very much in that kind of vein. This came out in 1987. It's on Virgin. It can be picked up reasonably cheaply, so I got it for €8. I think there's another like an insert. Yeah, here you go. Marc Almond's Sailing on the Seven Seas. Okay, so we're on 19 minutes, not doing too badly. The next two items I'm going to show you are two pretty unusual records which I got in charity shops. They're both spoken word records. First up, now when I saw this, my initial thought was, I wish I'd had this for Freddy's Faces Dread. This is something very, very interesting. So this is a spoken word poetry record which came out in the early 60s, and you can see that that label there, 77 records. It was a record label which is primarily associated with jazz and blues, a British label. This is sorry, just 2 seconds. It's a label, or sorry, it's a record which is a recording of the death of Patroclus, which is part of Homer's Iliad, and it was adapted by Christopher Logue. It also features a young Vanessa Redgrave, that the famous English actress. There she is. According to the notes on the back, this was the very first time that Homer's poetry had been recorded. So this is a pretty historic recording. I would imagine it's long out of print. So that was a very interesting pickup. The next item as well is in a kind of a similar vein. This is something again that I picked up in a charity shop. This is The Importance of Being Oscar Part 2, which is a recording of a stage show, of a one-man stage show, which was put on by Micheál Mac Liamóir. Now, despite Micheál Mac Liamóir's name, he was an important figure in Irish theatre in the first part of the 20th century, but despite his name, he wasn't actually Irish. He was English. He created a kind of an alternative identity for him because he was very interested in Irish culture and heritage, so he changed his name. He claimed to be from Cork, but he actually had no family connections with Ireland at all, so he's quite an interesting figure. This came out on CBS in 1961, and again, it's pretty rare. It's long out of print. It's in excellent condition, and so it's an unusual item for the VC, I suppose. It's been non-music related. So that's it. Another video wrapped up in 23 minutes. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope everybody has a good weekend. So till next time.